MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
I'm Jonathan Amberian at the state capitol. A much quieter day in the House chambers compared to Monday's disruptive protests. I'll have a closer look at some of the responses to Monday's events.
Not only are they doing a job that they're being called to do, but they are putting their lives on the line too. And that's huge.
Get an idea of how life flight crews spring into action to save people. Train travel has taken off since the pandemic. I'm Wendy Gillette in Switzerland at the highest railway station in Europe with more on the trend.
Chet Lehman, Jane McDonald, Matt Elwell, and Wendy Gillette. Somewhere else on the planet.
Yeah, somewhere.
It's a good gig. I like it.
It's got a nice gig. That's a nice story too about train travel, which obviously could ultimately be impacting us here.
Sure.
There is an effort underway to get passenger train travel through this
yeah,
neck of the woods. So
Yep.
we're gonna. There's a link to all of that.
All right.
Right now, the weather outside.
You might as well get out and take a little walk. It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, temperatures this morning comfortable, not necessarily cold enough that you might need a jacket. Temperatures into the low 30s for most of the area. Clouds will be on the increase as you get into the afternoon, but no big shift in our weather pattern today. I think the big shift moving in tomorrow. Daytime highs expected to be into the mid to upper 50s for the afternoon. Clouds in and out of our skies, but we'll see that cloud cover really picking up through the afternoon. Winds start to pick up tonight as we have that next system move in. I'm going to talk more about our big warm-up that's on the way. But first, we have to get through that wintry stuff in just a little bit.
Of course we do.
Yeah.
Thanks, Matt. 6:31, our top story now. We're going to continue our coverage of the closure of Dave's Sushi in Bozeman and the ongoing investigation into possible foodborne illnesses. Now, this is video of the restaurant taken yesterday. We reported the day before that the Broadwater sheriff, who's also the coroner, reported a 74-year-old man died the morning after eating at Dave's. Although the Gallatin City County Health Department has not linked the death to the food at Dave's Sushi. Dave's Sushi posted a message to their social media.
The Broadwater County Sheriff has shared with KBZK News that a man who had eaten at Dave's Sushi on Monday, April 17th, passed away Tuesday, April 18th. We are so sorry to learn of this man's death, whether or not it is directly linked to the restaurant. All of our hearts go out to his family and friends, end quote. Now, we have reached out to the Gallatin City County Health Department repeatedly, and the last we heard was, quote, "We will not be providing any further details, interviews, or statements until the investigation is complete," end quote. For now, Dave's Sushi remains closed.
Other headlines this morning. Later today, the Montana House is set to consider possible disciplinary action against one of its members after Monday's disruptive protest in the chamber. House leadership has posted an announcement on the legislature's website saying at 1 p.m. today they will discuss a motion on Representative Zoe Zephyr, a Democrat from Missoula, and whether her conduct during the protest violated the House rules, collective rights, safety, dignity, integrity, or decorum.
Yeah, leaders said that the House gallery will be closed during the session. And on Monday, demonstrators shouted and chanted from the gallery to protest House Speaker Matt Regeer's decision not to recognize Zephyr to speak on the floor. MTN senior political reporter Jonathan Amberian broke down the initial responses that came to Monday's events.
Normally, the Montana House would debate and vote on bills here in their chamber in the afternoon, but it didn't happen on Tuesday. In the morning, House leadership decided to cancel the day's scheduled floor session. It came after a full day of protests Monday that ended with demonstrators in the gallery interrupting House debates. Democratic Representative Zoe Zephyr, a transgender woman, has not been allowed to speak on the floor since last week, after Republicans objected to her saying they should be ashamed and would have blood on their hands over a ban on gender-affirming care for transgender youth. Protesters began shouting and chanting, "Let her speak." Throughout the demonstration, Zephyr remained on the floor, holding her microphone over her head. A law enforcement civil disobedience team eventually cleared the gallery. 7 people were arrested for criminal trespass to property, a misdemeanor, 6 from Missoula and 1 from Great Falls. Republican leaders called the event a riot in a statement. On Tuesday morning, House Speaker Matt Regeer spoke to reporters for just over a minute, calling the incident a dark day and criticizing media coverage.
Headlines that have happened over the last week stating that the Montana House leadership or GOP has silenced anyone is false. Currently, all representatives are free to participate in House debates while following the House rules. The choice to not follow House rules is one that Representative Zephyr has made.
Regier then left without taking questions. House Minority Leader Kim Abbott said the protest was not violent and disagreed with calling it a riot. She doesn't believe the rules have been enforced consistently, and she called the Speaker's actions extreme.
So I was not surprised that there were protests. I think Montanans know what's fair and what's not fair. And what we've seen is, a duly elected public official not being recognized on the floor to engage in free debate that disenfranchises her community, her constituents.
I did speak to Zephyr. She said that she again feels that it's Speaker Regier's decision not to allow her to speak, and that she also believes that the rules haven't always been applied consistently. In Helena, Jonathan Imberian, MTN News.
All right, 6:35, more headlines this morning. Life Flight Network, no stranger to rescuing people in the backcountry.
Yeah, MTN's Kristen Merkel reports on how one woman says that the Life Flight crew saved her life after a snowmobiling accident.
It only takes 8 minutes to get to West Yellowstone in the Life Flight helicopter, and one woman shares her experience about how multiple rescue agencies and the Life Flight crew saved her life.
Apparently, I did hit a bump hard enough where when I did, obviously I didn't brake. I gave it full open gas and went off to the right into the tree.
Angela Norby is speaking from her home in Minnesota about a January snowmobiling accident in West Yellowstone with her family.
And my husband was shaking me and trying to get me to respond to him. And when I did respond to him, I guess I had told him that I was blind at the time.
She says she owes her life to the Gallatin County Search and Rescue and the Life Flight crew getting her to the hospital after she suffered serious injuries, including lung collapse, a brain bleed, broken ribs, and a fractured spine.
Even if I don't remember what happened in those flights or in those ambulance rides, even if I don't remember, my heart will always remember.
Flight 90, that's a base with a flight request seeing call to West Yellowstone, Gallatin County, Montana.
Flight 9, I understand team call West Yellowstone, Gallatin County, Montana, checking weather.
Life Flight Network is an emergency flight crew located in Belgrade, Montana. Flight paramedic Steve Schmid says they spend a lot of time training to respond to calls like Norby's.
We're highly trained. We are ready to go. We're here 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days. We can do anything from helping to locate lost hikers to going in and landing in the backcountry and, stabilizing and securing somebody having a heart attack.
Life Flight Network works closely with EMS, law enforcement, and search and rescue partners, including Hebgen Basin Fire District in West Yellowstone, to transport patients to where they need to go.
All of our calls, primarily down here, are significant trauma. Snowmobiler versus tree is probably our number one.
The Life Flight crew determines where to take each patient depending on distance and type of injury. Schmid says they are the bridge between the scene of the accident and the hospital.
Distance would be the biggest thing. So if it is close to, the state line or just over the state line or somewhere like that, ERMAC is a level 2. They do have a lot of specialties down there.
In Norby's case, the crew ended up flying her to Eastern Idaho Regional Medical Center in Idaho Falls, where she was then taken to the University of Utah. She has this to say to the Life Flight crew.
I can't thank you enough. I wish I could give you something as a solid statement of gratitude.
In Belgrade, Kristen Merkel, MTN News.
Every day.
Yeah.
We appreciate them very much.
It's incredible.
Good stuff.
The work that they do.
Interesting story here. Train travel is on track for big increases this year. Now, some travelers were fed up with high airfares and delays. Instead, are heading to the rails.
Yeah, CBS News correspondent Wendy Gillette reports from the Glacier Express, which travels through the Swiss Alps.
There's nothing like it. There's absolutely nothing like it.
Deborah Anthony from southern New Hampshire marveled at the scenery and shared lots of laughs with her family during a recent trip aboard the Glacier Express. The train makes an 8-hour trip through the valleys and mountains of Switzerland as passengers wine and dine and peer out panoramic windows, travel that feels very different from flying.
It's easy to maneuver around. It's easy to get on and off. I like having a schedule. As opposed to flying, it's kind of crazy and being pushed around.
The Swiss train system is well known for its punctuality, ease, and comfort.
You travel through beautiful valleys, along lakes, even you see glaciers, and this is very, very special.
One fan at a time, Trevor.
Swiss tennis star Roger Federer and comedian Trevor Noah are getting on board, starring in this ad for Switzerland Tourism.
I almost wish we could do it again.
Visitors to Switzerland can also journey to the highest railway station in Europe, which is more than 11,300 feet above sea level.
Train travel in the country has largely returned to pre-pandemic levels, a worldwide trend, according to luxury train travel advisor Rachel Hardy, who's based in Louisville, Kentucky.
People aren't willing to wait anymore for their bucket list trips.
Rocky Mountaineer, which offers scenic train tours in Canada and the western U.S., is seeing a boost this year, as is Amtrak, which is selling out many trains and expanding service in the Northeast. Many companies are also adding additional tours this year as more travelers say, all aboard. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
Now, Amtrak says nearly 1 in 3 passengers are new riders, and the company also offers half-price rates for children with an accompanying adult.
And again, it's something that is being discussed for passenger travel here in Southwest Montana, too.
Right, yeah.
We're working on seeing if that can return.
Yep, closer to home. We'll definitely keep you updated when we learn more.
Yes, we will.
Well, selling your home, well, we'll go over the market to see how it's looking and maybe how you can keep more money in your pocket.
I'm John Matteries. This is one of the best times ever to sell your home, but some first-time sellers make some costly mistakes. We'll show you what to avoid coming up.